Good evening and welcome to Next Gen Season 14. This is the modern touring cars from Watkins Glen GP. We get underway with a 5-minute qualifying session. The drivers tonight, we're all in the BMW touring cars. As Cam. There's a little bit of weaving just to try and warm up those tyres. We have Cam 123 days, Jamie WRX, Jack TM53 Synopsis with Royston, Boyraxer, MLV, Fraser, Tro 246, Delez, Shadowstalker DBS, web user Johnny, With Zero, Scooby G, Alan Morris, D Whitehouse 7, and Ginge round out the 16 runners. We'll go on board with MLV for a lap of Watkins Glen. This 3.45 mile circuit, first built in 1956. It was only 2.35 miles back then. But we head through the final corner, up towards the first corner called the 90, and you'll see why in a minute. Hit the brakes, turn in, don't run too wide. Over the curb, up towards the S's, absolutely flat, right-hander. Into the left, over crest, watch out the back enders get light, and then flat right onto the back straight. Most everyone should get about 2 runs at this, I reckon. We hit the brakes into the bus stop chicane. Again, back end very liable of stepping out through there. Nicely negotiated by MLV. A little bit of touch of grass there as we head through the outer loop and down the chute. Hit the brakes into the chute, long hairpin left. And down towards the toe in this section called the boot. So you go into the toe of the boot. Down the bottom of the boot and up towards the heel. Hard corner to get right sometimes, the heel. It's a bit like a double cross in you. Into this next hairpin left. Again, off camber a little bit, up over a crest, you run out slightly wide. Down into the next left. Very, very quick. Don't want to hit that curve, that will spin you. Into the final corner, touch the brakes, hit the apex. And a bit of a wall clatter for the car ahead of us. We cross the line, it's a 152.3 compared to Jack's 153.3. Jamie puts in a 153.8. Here comes Cam. Puts in a 53.1. No one touching MLV's time right now. As times keep coming in. We've seen this Boyraxer, he's one to look out for. He's at the back of the pack. He'll get one more chance at a lap after this, so everyone will get 2 laps. And your Ginge, lap time invalidated. I can only imagine he's hit the wall somewhere, so he's got a lot of pressure on him coming onto this final qualifying lap of his. Quite a few actually have a bit of pressure on them. Boyraxer puts it on pole position by a quarter of a second. 52.119. There's Fraser. Qualifying is over. Who's in front of Fraser? That's the question. Well, it is Jack and MLV. MLV right up Jack's chuff this lap. Bit wide from Jack, nothing major. Oh, and a bit of a nudge for MLV into Jack. Jack into the wall. That's qualifying over for Jack. Jack not happy about that. Fraser. Into the final corner. What can he put in? If he doesn't go any quicker. Fraser puts it into second place. A 152.3, not second place, third place, a 152.7. Here comes Ginge. Rosaline puts it in third place himself, 6/10 off the pace. And who's that? That's just put it second. That's Scooby G with a 152.2. Remember Scooby G and Boyrex. So there's Adam Morris. He's got a bit of work to do there. He has a contact with the barrier. So the line puts it in 7th place. Shadowstalker DBS again, also a man who's hit the barrier. Puts it in 13th. So your grid for round number 3 of the modern touring cars. It's Boyraxer who takes pole position from Scooby G. MLV is in 3rd with Ginge in 4th. Jamie 5th. Fraser 6th. Adam Morris is in 7th with Cam 123. D is down in 8th place. D Whitehouse 7 in 9th. Jack is in 10th. Whitford 0 11th. Les 12th. Shadowstalker DBS in 13th with web user Johnny 14th, Royston 15th, and Tro246 ends in 16th, and the only man in the 2 minutes to round out the grid. So, we sink in. And we have the 3 red lights. We're green at Watkins Glen for round number 3. Who's got the best start? Looks like Boyrex has actually got off the line very, very well. So they head down into the 90 for the first time of 10. Out of the 90 they go. Boyrex leads from Scooby G, from MLV. Jamie WRX is in 4th with Fraser in 5th. Ginger's in 6th with Cam in 7th, and Adam Morris is into 8th place. With a 0-9th, D Whitehouse 7 in 10th. The Les, Jack down in 12th at the moment, but expect more to come from him as we head down the back straight for the first time. Scooby G looking around the outside of the bus stop chicane on Boyrex 14. Not going to happen, and then MLV looking down the inside. Can't quite get there. A little bit of a tap. Almost sends him spinning, but that's allowed Jamie WRX through. MLV now down into 4th place. Probably, it was an opportunistic move, to say the least. Probably wasn't fully on, but he gave it a good try, as he's now on the inside of Jamie, coming out of the chute and down towards the toe. Jack now down in 16th. I don't know what's happened to him. Someone else with him, Adam Morris. So I think those two may have had a bit of a clash together. Both of them with damage to the front of the car. Boyrex still leads. Jamie is still defending from MLV as we head up towards the hill. MLV running a bit wider. Fraser there to take advantage of any mistake that occurs. Oh, and that's Cam into the wall. Out with the left-hander. Trying to get out of the way as well. Look at what happened back on my stream replay. Oh, looks like he's just gone down the inside of Ginge. And contact was made. Very unfortunate. But that puts him down into 16th. You lose a lot of time around here if you spin. I don't know why I took you away from that one. Looked like Whitford down the inside of Ginge. It was Whitford down the inside of Ginge, and he's made the move. However, Ginge's got a better run out. He almost had a look then up through the S's. Ginge now down into 7th place as we head to the back straight. Boyrex, so there's Scooby, there's Jamie. MLV and Fraser. Fraser's got a good view of this. Pirelli sponsored BMW, other tyre makes are available. Down to the toe. And yet again we have another repeat of last season whereby Boyrex and Scooby G have managed to get away and are now having a little bit of a battle between themselves for the lead. Last time they were in the Megans, this time they're in BMWs. Jimmy again looking defensive going into the hill. MLB later on the brakes. And looking like the job's going to be done. Not quite. Well, MLB does complete the move through the left-hander, up into the podium places again. Now head down the main straight for the second time of 10. There's a bit of line astern right now as the middle of the race approaches. Should pick up again very shortly, mind. While they're saying that, Ginge is on the back away for coming up through the S. He's going to have the toe going down the back straight. Will he have a look into the bus stop chicane? He's already having a preempted look at the moment. He's got the slipstream, he's got the speed. He's looking down side by side into the bus stop chicane. Can't quite do it. Whitford managing to hold off Ginge for now. Whitford, this is his car. He drives the BMW on a normal basis, so Ginge a little bit wide onto the grass there, not the ideal line. Get away with it though, and side by side action. Fraser going past Jamie. I can only imagine Jamie meant potentially hitting. Yes, he has hit the wall. Damage on the front right of the car. There's Whitford and Ginge heading up towards the hill. Damage now trying to chase down Fraser again for that fourth place. MLV starting to get away from them, but the front two are pulling away, and there's 2 tenths between them. Into the penultimate corner. Boyrax are now going to have to defend from Scooby G as we head through the final corner. He's got the run. Scooby G will have to go to the outside. He's looking to get down the inside. Boyrex are closing that door into the 90 for the fourth time. Side by side. Scooby G can't quite do it. Can he get a run out into the S's? He's almost spun into the inside. Maybe a touch of the curb there. Sends the car towards the inside, and the Scooby G is going to have to do all that hard work yet again. In the order, there's Adam Morris. He's back up in the 9th place. Good stuff by him at the moment. Look at the size of the dent in his door. I can only imagine that he's ended up spinning, and unfortunately Jack's been involved in that, because that is a sizable dent inside the car. As he goes through the bus stop chicane with user Johnny behind him. Then there's Royston, Tro 246, who's got a bit of damage himself, is being hassled by Jack as we go through the outer loop and down through to the chute. Into the toe. Meanwhile, we'll go back to the front because Scooby G has found his way back onto the rear bumper of Boyrex of 14. Into the final couple of corners. Better line that from Boyrex. And Scooby G this time does have the inside line. As we head down towards the 90 for the 5th time. This producing the halfway mark of this race. Side by side through the right-hander at turn number 1. Who's going to have the best traction on the exit? Looks like Boyrex is going to have it. He can't close the door though. Still side by side up through the S's. Boyrax will have the inside for the left-hander. Again, it won't be enough to clear Scooby G. Scooby down the inside as he head towards the back straight, side by side, towards the bus stop. Who's gonna be the bravest? They're both brave, side by side through the bus stop chicane. Great driving from the pair. Boyrax fends off Scooby G's attack though. On board Scooby G, look how close we are to Boyraxer, heading into the chute. Again, Boyraxer covering off every option at the moment. A little bit deep, but again, covers the inside well. Down to, well I say down, up to the hill. No way for Scooby G through there. Into the hairpin left, nearing the end of the lap. Scooby G looking like the quicker man right now in this car. He's looking down the inside. Not normally an overtaking spot through here. Side by side. We're having to run a little bit wide, giving the room though. Oh, very close going into the final corner. Boyrax are immediately there covering the inside, making sure Scooby can't get there. Down into turn number 1 at the 90. Again, Boyrax will cover it off. Meanwhile, Fraser, he's in 3rd. Jamie is in 4th. I don't know what happened to MLV. Considering the leading battle, but this is going to become a quartet of cars for 3rd place. Meanwhile, Boyraxer and Scooby G. Nothing happening through the chicane. There's Ginge. There's the Les. He's got Adam Morris behind him at the moment for 8th place. Maybe it's Johnny, Tro, Jack has still not got past through. There's DY House 7th, though. He's down to 13th. Stalker 15th, and Royston 15th. Cam has a bit of a mare down in 16th place. Meanwhile, the leading battle is going on. We've got this quartet of cars. As I say quartet, that's turned into a 5-way battle. This for the final podium place, 5 cars. MLB looking around the outside of Jamie WRX, coming through the hill, looking to get the inside for the next corner, can't quite do it. Whitford now looking at MLV, although MLV doing a switchback, lovely jubbly on Jamie, although not quite getting it completed. Meanwhile at the front, Boyraxer still has Scooby G right on his tail, coming down towards the first corner we go. This will be on to lap number 7. Boyraxer yet again covers that inside line. Into turn 1 they go. Scooby earlier on the power has got the run out, heading towards the S's. Can he use that momentum onto the back straight? Immediately Boyraxer goes to the right hand side, being defensive as he head up towards the chicane. That bus stop chicane is not an easy one. Meanwhile back, Jamie still defending from MLV, but they need to get back up to Fraser to get that 3rd place. Fraser running a bit wide through the chicane now, will open up the door. This 5-way battle here, really spicing things up. And not only that, we have Adam Morris, who's got the Les. Adam Morris has actually passed the Les, which is good news for him. Well, Jamie now right on the back of Fraser, whilst Boyraxer 14 has Scooby G looking up the inside for the hill. And it looks like Scooby G is there as well. No way Boyraxer can close the door on that one, but he should have a better run actually. Slightly shallower angle for the steering wheel. So they head now into the hairpin left after. Scooby G looking for a switchback. Has he managed to get it? Yes, he has. Yet again, they go side by side through the penultimate corner. Here we go. And this time, Scooby G through. This is the first lap. Boy Rexa has not led this race now. So they head to the line. Scooby G leads lap number 7 as they head on to lap number 8. Meanwhile, Fraser still having to defend hard from Jamie, who's got MLV still up his chuff. I know that's going to be a move done for Jamie. WRX up into 3rd place. Oh, collision between MLV and Fraser. Fraser comes back onto the circuit behind MLV. Fraser looks like he lets Whitford back past. Is he back past? Oh, and he's now spun it at the bus stop chicane. Down 7th end for Fraser. He was jumping back on. Adam Morris losing it to the inside there. But Jamie WRX up into the podium places right now. There's a little bit of a gap actually to MLV. But Whitford and Ginge together on circuit. Meanwhile, Scooby G now half a second clear of Boy Rexa. They head up towards the left-hander. Well, Jack has actually passed Troy 246 and he's on the back of web user Johnny. Coming up towards the hill. This to get Jack into a top 10 place. Into the left-hander. Back at the front. A bit more line astern right now. On board with Jack as we head into the final corner. Clips the grass, couldn't quite take the apex. Cost him a bit of time as we head on to the penultimate lap. Boy Rex has still not fully gone away from Scooby G. He's got a good run actually through the chicane, drops the gap down to 3/10, but he struggles. He seems to struggle through this section of the circuit now, after going through the chute and through the boot. Just seems to struggle a little bit through that. Ginger's up into 5th. He's passed Whitford. His next target is MLV. The front two separating now by half a second. A little bit wide down from Boy Rexa. Just a little bit of time there. Well, Jack has lost time to web user Johnny. It's a mistake from Jack. Means web user Johnny just has to get round the next lap and he's clear pretty much. Cam 1, 2, 3 Diz closing dramatically on the back of Royston now as we head through the boot. There's True 24246. There's Royston. There's Cam. At the back we have Shadowstalker DBS, who doesn't really like this car, I'm not gonna lie. The leaders are on their final lap, but there's probably the closest battle, or one of. Last we have Whitford 0 looking to make a move on Ginge, coming towards the S's now. Ginge a little, obviously looking a bit slow out of turn number 1, and Ginge concedes the place. And he could get past here by Fraser actually. I believe it's Fraser behind. Yes, it is Fraser. who's looking down the inside, but he's got Adam Morris looking down the outside of him, going into the bus stop chicane. Side by side between the two Pirelli cars, not quite. Adam Morris all over the back. Our Fraser as they head down through the outer loop and towards the chute for the 10th and final time. Adam Morris looking down the inside at the chute. Still side by side, just about as they head towards the toe. Fraser just ahead, up towards the hill. Adam Morris still there. Fraser trying to squeeze him. Yeah, squeezes him. Should close the door. Meanwhile, Whitford still under pressure from Ginetta. Oh, a bit of contact behind. A bit of a wiggle, I think that for Fraser. Meanwhile, Scooby G will win at Watkins Glen. A fantastic battle between the top two. Boy Rexa is in second. Jamie WRX will come through the final corner. He will take home third place. Great result from him. Whitford for Zero will take fourth. Ginge fifth. Adam Morris sixth. Deleuze in seventh. Fraser in eighth. MLV will finish ninth in the end after a good solid start. Web user Johnny will come home in the top 10. Great result for him. Jack T53 synopsis. Tough race for him. Down in 11th place. D Whitehouse 7 is going to be in 12th place. Team across the line. Trey 246 at the moment. Currently holding on. We're going to have a drag race towards the line now between Royston and Cam. Who's going to get it? It's going to be Royston. Trey 246 finishing in 13th. Royston 14th, Cam 15th, and Shadowstalker at the back of the pack. So the results of that race here at Watkins Glen. Scooby G will be the winner, followed by Boy Rexa, Jamie WRX, Whitford 0. Ginge is in 5th, Adam Morris, Deleuze, Fraser down 8th, MLV 9th, Web user Johnny in 10th, Jack 11th, D Whitehouse 7 in 13th, Trey 246 in 13th, Royston 14th, Cam 123 Diz in 15th, and Shadowstalker DBS will finish 16th and last. Next week sees us back in everyone's usual cars, so the McGanns will be back next week at Donington Park National, so do join us for that one next Monday, similar sort of time. But from myself and everyone at the Modern Touring Cars, thank you for watching. Do join me in about 10-15 minutes, 5-10 minutes, sorry, for the Monday Night Touring Clios from Watkins Glen short, from my point of view, because I'll be racing in that, so do join me on that one. But again, from myself and the Modern Touring Cars, thank you all for watching tonight. Enjoy the rest of your evening.